Right, so today's video, someone asked me, I think it was 4 days ago when I made that video about the Queen Elizabeth Meta 15 fight. It's an interesting one, which meta ships are worth leveling up and stuff like that. So up until now, I'm pretty sure I reviewed most of the meta ships that came out, and as you guys can tell, most of them are kind of like whatever. But this fight in particular, Queen Elizabeth meta, you have to use a meta 15 ship. Otherwise, you're going to have a very, very bad time. There are maybe like very, very, very rare occasions where you can probably clear without a meta ship. But I wouldn't advise with it because it is very, very RNG dependent. And using just one or two meta ship would make your life much easier and not be so dependent on RNG. There's still going to be some RNG involved, but it isn't as bad. So that being said, let's talk about this video. Overall, if you guys haven't realized yet, most of the meta ships in the game as of right now are backline ships. Like we have all backlines right here. We have mostly backlines right here as well too. I think the only frontline Vanguard meta ships we have up until now has been a lot of the free ones like Sheffield, Memphis, Fortune, and Hunter, as well as Helena Meta. So up until now, we got 5. And 4 out of the 5 are basically elites. If you guys don't know, you can sort metas by SSRs and elites, like this. There you go. So these are counted as elites because of stars. And we only have one SSR Vanguard up until now, which is baffling. It blows my mind, but alas, there's only one available. So if you're going to run a backline meta ship, you can definitely do that for this fight. But most of them are just like, why even bother using them, honestly? My best way to say this is if you're going to be a backline ship, you have to be very, very important. Because as a backline ship, your main priority is either to help the backline ships do a lot of damage, as well as contribute a decent amount of damage, or to be an all-out attacker. Now, most of these meta ships right here, like Heryu, Arc Royal, the two Ugly Sisters, Repulse, Renown, Arizona, Soryu. Most of these ships are self-sustainable. They're selfish. They have to be big damage dealers. And luckily for this upcoming meta fight, you don't really need a 125 ship. I'm pretty sure you can do it with the 120 as well too. Meta ship. They have to at least do some kind of wave clearing. It's not hard, but you gotta do some wave clear. And then you let the other ships in the fleet to carry it. If you guys don't want to do that, Helena META is probably your best shot. So that being said, the easiest choice to go for a ship that's worth leveling up for a meta ship is going to be Helena META. As you guys can tell in my previous video about 3 or 4 days ago, she's a monster for this fight because there's no other Vanguards that can be in this fleet that is SSR. So most of them are very lacking in the health department. So Helena META can actually deal out a lot of damage for Queen Elizabeth. So not to mention she also has her little scanner as well too. It's not as reliable as say the original Helena, but it's still decent enough, honestly. It gets the job done, so you can't really say it's like the worst. It's not bad though. 5 seconds duration, 10% damage, definitely not bad. Can deal a lot of damage to Queen Elizabeth as well too. Now, after this is really up to you guys. Honestly, I don't think any other meta ship aside from Helena META right now is worth 125ing. You can if you want to, but I say don't do it. I've had 3 of these at 125 because of this upcoming one. I hate it. I literally hate this fight. But I can tell you as of right now, Helena META is probably like the best choice out of all 3 at 125 so far. Heryu and Arc Royal. So honestly, if you guys have Helena META, you can definitely work on 125ing her. Probably is worth it. But the others, though, very, very debatable. It's just this fight in particular, this Queen Elizabeth meta fight is just horrendous. And I really hate this game design for this boss, but it is what it is. Get them to 120 at least. I know a lot of people don't work on meta ships for obvious reasons. They don't give anything. They're like kind of whatever. They don't give permastats or anything. So I use them because I have basically no backline ships left over, so I just work on them. I can tell you as of right now, most of these are like kind of whatever though. They're usable, but they're not. But by no means are they like worth 125ing. Even if it is for this Queen Elizabeth meta fight, just not worth it. So Helena META probably is the go-to right here. The other ones, there's much better options out there for current play. It's just these ships excel in the current meta fight, which is probably gonna be gone in like 2 months anyway. So you shouldn't worry about it too much. Helena META though, definitely is worth it. So that's basically TLDR. I'm not gonna talk about the elite ones because stat-wise they are very lacking. So basically talking about the ones you gotta do for raids or whatever, which are these right here. And I can tell you as right now, Helena META being the only Vanguard available is probably the only one you want to work on for 125 and we have to. So that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Good luck to everyone farming Helena Queen Elizabeth META because it is horrendous. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching as always.